When people take off the masks when it's like late night, that's when all their problems run through their head and just all unresolved problems and just everything. The late nights be crazy.
Oh, bro, remember when we was talking about like you can't process a lot of shit that you're dealing with at a specific time? That's literally the equivalent of wearing a mask with a smile on your face the entire day, but behind it, bro, it's a whole bunch of stress and pain. And like you said, once you get home at night, that's the only time it really come off. For this particular statement I'm making, you don't have the time or the people or the resources around to be able to remove that mask per se comfortably.
That's a fact too. A lot of people are in situations where it's like they don't have people around them that they can comfortably take that mask off, so therefore it stays on them for long periods of times or the rest of their life or until they're alone by themselves in their own vibe. And it's kind of weird too because that mask changes for different people. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have a certain mask with mom compared to your friends compared to at work. Like people are completely different from their work to personal. You know what I'm saying? They, like we were saying, the code switching. You know what I'm saying? Be able to,
Yo, we right here with it, bro. I'm just thinking. I'm like, bro, let me let this nigga finish, bro, because this nigga is. I'm like, bro, we're literally wrapping this shit back around, literally about the whole code switching and how you said that you don't know how you would have, like, you wouldn't know how to act if you had everybody you knew in the same
room.
I'm like, bro, that's exactly what he's saying. But go on, my fault, bro.
Nah, that's what I was saying. What you had to say about that?
You show a different face depending on who you're speaking to.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, depending on who you're around, whenever you take the mask off, is a different person. That's why I said it's not so much the mask that matters. It's more so who resides behind it, or rather how many people reside behind it. You know what I mean? I only say that because the niggas that be acting crazy, like the niggas that appear to be perfectly normal with their mask on, and then once they take it off, it's a serial killer or some shit like that, or just some weird ass person that just be doing weirdo shit.
Yeah.
Like, but like that shit get difficult. You feel me? Like I feel like that was like a little difficult for me to accept. I did like rather early, I would say. I kind of already knew everybody wasn't who they say they technically were. You know what I mean? And that's not to say, oh, you're a fucking bad person, but that's like me saying, oh, James, you're not the same person you are in front of your niece, in front of me. Nigga, of course I'm not.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what you mean? Why would I act like how I act with you, a nigga that's the same age as me?
An adult to a kid, toddler.
Exactly, bro. And I feel like some people take that idea and run with it. And it's a whole misconception. And that's what I really mean. Don't let that go over your head. Because some people be like, oh, he's fake. You know, act the same way around people. Nigga, I'm with a fucking infant. Why am I sitting here smoking and drinking?
Yeah, nah.
Like, it's a possible misconception on people's end, but I don't know. I always try not to really judge people by their shit and by their mask. Honestly, I kind of just interact with you, and based on whatever you show me, is whatever you show me. I'll take that, go forth.
And it's crazy, like, because when people take off the masks when it's like late night, that's when all their problems run through their head and just all unresolved problems and just everything. The late nights be crazy.
Yo, bro, remember when we was talking about like you can't process a lot of shit that you're dealing with at a specific time? That's literally the equivalent of wearing a mask with a smile on your face the entire day, but behind it, bro, it's a whole bunch of fucking stress and pain. And like you said, once you get home at night, that's the only time it really come off. You ain't got no. Well, I ain't gonna say time, but for this particular statement I'm making, you don't have the time or the people or the resources around to be able to remove that mask per se comfortably.
That's a fact too. There's not a lot of a lot of people are in situations where it's like they don't have people around them that they can comfortably take that mask off, so therefore it stays on them for long periods of times or the rest of their life or until they're alone by themselves in their own vibe. Now that's true because you know people be in situations where the people around them they don't trust, so they gotta just keep it on all the time. Nah, that's true.
I be feeling bad for them.
For real.
That shit, man, like, yo, a lot of niggas don't realize that being alone, bro. Like, speaking from experience, I'm sure you've had your fair share of nights, bro, just on dolly, and you just feel like, yo, like I can't really talk to nobody about this shit, like, or rather, maybe you just don't want to. Some people just don't want to. I don't find that weird. You don't always have to fucking communicate your issues with people. You work on your own schedule. You work on your own time. You express yourself in your own time whenever you're comfortable. I feel that. So some people may not feel comfortable at the time telling people. Like, for example, people that discover their sexuality. You feel me? Like, I feel like that's a perfect example for having to wear a mask, but in fear, kind of, because you're like, yo, bro, like, I hang around with my bros and shit, and like all my friends and shit, but like, I don't feel like I can tell them this, like, or I'm not ready to tell them this. How would they react? I don't know if I should tell them this. Kind of, you know what I mean? Shit to get a little wicked sometimes, but that's in regards to sexuality. But just life shit sometimes. It's been nice. I ain't even want to say nothing sometimes. Sometimes you just don't. Sometimes it's just better to not say anything, or it seems that way sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of things where it just seems that way. We just get caught in with our feelings and emotions, and just some things just seems better. Yeah, definitely.
Like, you know what? I just thought about a really accurate, but really not necessarily complicated, right? But you've had your mind racing before, right? Like with a whole bunch of thoughts, and you're like trying to like figure out what you should do, like overthinking or something.
Yeah.
Right. Think about that. Think about you driving, and it's an intersection, right? With 20 to 50 different fucking turns, and it's cars coming from everywhere, direction, every second.
Can't even switch a lane.
And you got to try to figure out which way you're supposed to.
And you can never stop the car. Wow, that's literally what it is. You can never stop the car. There's cars around you. There's roadblocks. There's a bunch of lanes. You can take this exit, that exit. You got cautions. You got speed bumps. That's dead as what it is. Yep. Wow, I never thought of it that way.
I never thought about it like that either. I think I'm gonna make a TikTok out of that. But
see, that goes back to what we were saying. You just chopping up with niggas. You gonna have things where like certain things connect. You're gonna be like, wow, I never thought of it that way. But nah, that's how it fucking is.
Fact. Shit get wicked though. That shit get real fucking wicked, bro.
Nah, for real.
And like, what if when people lash out, that's them getting hit?
Like in a car accident.
Yeah, like you know how some people just have so much shit pent up, and then it's just like literally just that one thing, and you just start regurgitating all of your fucking thoughts, bro. I wonder if that's like you just getting swiped off, like swiped type shit, T-bone type shit.
Yeah, this shit is this is what it is. Is when you keep getting like bumpy road, keep getting speed bumps, you keep getting little nicks, you know, it's like little minor damages to the car, and then right when you get that one big accident, that's when you start to express. You're like, man, I've been going through all these fucking speed bumps. I've been going through all this in this car, and now I got this big ass car accident happening. So, nah, that's exactly what it is too. Shit, I have that problem. Like one thing will happen, and then just all the stuff that like I suppressed or I put away or I just didn't, address at that moment, it comes all at that same time. So then now it's just like a big ass car accident.
Bro, yo, I felt that, my nigga. Hey, yo, I hate it. I literally hate that. I don't think I bleed on people that don't cut me. I'm very big on that. I don't like people like that bleed on me. I didn't cut. Like that's like one of my biggest pet peeves. If I ain't do shit to you, do not black on me, bro. Like honestly, just don't do that. But that's kind of where I was going with saying this. I feel like some people, like you just said, that big ass explosion, when you have other shit that you suppress from other instances or like other moments and other actions from people that you just never spoke on, when you finally do explode, bro, everyone gets hit. Everybody in your vicinity,
even yourself,
bro. And that's why it's so fucking bad, bro. It's like a fucking bullet that fires backwards, bro, on top of going forward. it's confusing because that shit didn't make any sense. I don't know how a bullet
Nah,
goes forward and then goes
it's
back.
the shotgun that spreads out when you shoot it.
Yeah,
It spreads out like that. I know exactly what you mean. It's like a
it's
grenade.
like
Everyone in the
exactly
vicinity, everyone in the
a
vicinity
fucking
gets hurt.
grenade, but the
Yeah,
grenade is just you.
yeah.
But you get burned by a lot of shit you say too, bro. Like niggas think, oh, just because you sit there and you say what you gotta say to people, it just affects them. No, bro, that shit will bite you back in your ass, bro. It may not do it at that exact moment, but that shit bites people in their ass, bro, without them even knowing it. Shit get wicked, man. Yo, I don't know, man. I don't like that shit. I try my best if I'm going through something. I like to just speak on it about it with the person or whatever the hell. But I don't like if I'm going through something, bro. I don't like to sit there and pin it all up and then blow up and then everybody gets hit. And it's like sometimes, bro, you may be getting hurt over the course of like pinning all of this shit up and building all of this shit up. And then the fucking people, the last person that fucking did the final thing to you, don't even get hit. Like the nigga that pulled your last straw don't even get no consequences, but everybody else around that had did some that had pulled the straw prior to that nigga gets hit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, bro, like that's kind of fucked up though, because I don't know, man. It's kind of fucked up. I'm just say that. I don't really know how to get too deep into it because I'm kind of tripping.
We still learning it. We still don't even understand like why we even think like that and why we even, you know what I'm saying, feel like that. So I completely understand you did not know what to, you know, say after that type shit. But yeah, I'm like the opposite. I just get real quiet. I think the problem I do have is that like I disassociate. So I just get quiet and I just won't talk about it and I just disassociate. But yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I get you. I like to my friend tells me, yeah, it's like avoidance, but I don't see it as avoidance. I don't like to inconvenience people because I have an issue. Mainly if I have an issue with something, I just subtract myself from the equation to not inconvenience you. I don't see a point really. Like if me and you weren't getting along or some shit, right? Instead of me really sitting here begging you to see my perspective on the matter or anything like that, if we per se we did try and it just didn't do anything or just didn't change anything, I don't see a point in continuously begging you to see my perspective. I feel like if it's that much of an inconvenience to me and it's disrupting my frequency, it's that much to that degree, I just subtract yourself from the equation.
Yeah. I feel like you on some shit where it's like, man, we could either fix it now or not. Cause you probably on some shit like you probably well at least for me, I don't care to be I'm not confrontational, so you probably on some like, man, this shit is wasting time, draining niggas' energy, it's pointless, it's stupid. It's either we gonna be good or we gonna be bad. We're not gonna hip hop, be on some hee hee ha ha shit and be in the middle. Like it's either we having a resolve or you just don't give a fuck. You don't move on.
It's a fact.
Man,
Yo, I feel you on that shit, my nigga. Like I don't like being confrontational myself. I will, but I'll be vocal and shit. But like I said, bro, if it's easily fixed by me just subtracting myself from the equation, I'll do that. Like in my book, nigga, peace is not negotiable. It's either you're gonna help and add to the peace, or you fucking it up, and I'm not dealing with that. So
word.
You feel me? It's not negotiable. There's no agree to disagree on this. It's either we here or we not there. No in between, my nigga. Like, feel me? Our niggas don't like to deal with that. Like, I don't know. You ever dealt with a femme that like to argue or that wanted to try to argue with you?
Like a femme?
Yeah, like not even just a female, but like just people in general that like feed off of arguing with people.
Yeah, but the way I finesse it is that I never get in arguments with them because I'm very, I want to say, I'm kind of agreeable. Like most of the time, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not confrontational. I'm not with the argument shit. So most of the time, and I'm very understandable. So if most of the time arguments is because both parties didn't understand each other or they didn't agree. But I understand everything, so I'm always gonna be like, nah, I understand. So it never gets to that point, even if that person is that person. But yeah, what were you finna say about that? Like people that just always want to try to argue and shit like that.
Oh nah, niggas like that just feed off of negativity. That's what it
Man,
is.
for real, and it's entertaining to them, and like they like that
Yeah.
shit. But it's funny because it's like once you don't feed into it, or you maybe troll or laugh about it, like they really be feeling like weird and uncomfortable. They're like, damn, this person don't engage in this shit. Now they just look like a clown. You know what I'm
OD.
saying?
I think that's what it is too. People, I think we spoke about this a little more too. Last time. I could have sworn we said something about when you don't get. No, I was talking to Justin about one of our managers. But when people don't feed into the bullshit you're giving off, they don't like that. Like even yo, I'm 100% confident you don't seen it back in high school. Some teachers, bro, they will dead ass try to start with you and in hopes that
Then
you
you react.
continuously go back and forth with them.
Word.
And then when you don't, they're like, go to the office.
But
And it's like,
yeah, then they take it to the extreme. But it's like,
oh,
bro, motherfuckers hate nonchalant motherfuckers. Even females, bro. People hate nonchalant motherfuckers. It's so funny. It's like, bro, no matter what you do or say, you're not going to get a reaction out of me, bro. And if you take it to, that's why it's like, if you get a reaction out of me, you really dragged it. Because the only way to get a reaction out of me is you fuck up my success. You can say, you call me a bitch, fuck you, this, this. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. You're never going to get no reaction out of me or get no argument. But the only way to do, fuck up my success. But yeah, people hate nonchalant motherfuckers. It's so funny. Like, they'll go to the extreme to get a reaction out of you.
OD. And it makes them even more angry, bro, because no matter what they do, they make themselves look stupid in the process, and it makes them look even dumber because you're still not reacting. And it's just like, bro, I did all this screaming and rolling on the floor and crying and shit, and I still didn't get what I wanted. So now I'm even more tight. Now I'm tight, not only because you didn't give me a reaction, but because I did all this shit and you ain't give me a reaction, bro. So now I'm 2 times more. I'm 2 times as mad as I was before now. You feel me?
Tell him, bro. We're watching this, man. Silence, and just staying to yourself is the most powerful shit ever.
That's a fact.
Sometimes shit do not need words. Shit do not need action.
A lot of shit don't need to be said, bro. Realistically, like,
not at all.
You ever heard the saying that give them? I think it says some shit like give them the rope and watch himself or some shit like that.
Sounds familiar.
I think he said these niggas gonna hang themselves. Just give them the rope and see. And I feel like that kind of ties back into like I really like this saying. It's like, and I always say this shit all the time. If you just let a nigga speak, bro, and you don't interrupt him, you don't say nothing, bro, the nigga will literally tell you everything you need to know. Either if you want to continuously interact with this person or not. And that with the rope, you give somebody a rope. I give you all the length. But the more rope I give you, you're probably gonna end up yourself considering what the fuck you're doing with it.
Nah, definitely. People, especially females too, right? If you can easily just keep asking questions, they're gonna keep rambling on. I mean, that's what I do in most conferences. I just keep asking people questions, and you'd be surprised how many people would just like they'll just get into that flow of just saying things, and like you said, you just keep giving the rope, keep asking them questions. You know what I'm saying? Being quiet type shit, and just be on some chill shit, and then you gonna keep giving the rope. Eventually, they gonna do it.
Yo, bro, you know when that really get dangerous though?
What's up?
Like a nigga is more I keep saying nigga. I literally just meet people. Fucking
It's all good.
Bro, literally, bro, at night, And I seen this and I witnessed this for myself, so I feel like it's a proven fact. Not for everybody, but for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I'm one of those people. When people are tired, they're less aware of what they're saying. So if you really want to get the truth out of somebody, I'm gonna just say this to y'all, right? For whomever's watching, you might want to genuinely be careful with what you do with this information. But if you really want information out of a person, the best time to get that is literally to just have a normal conversation, but at night when they are tired. Because when people are tired, they say shit that you kind of, when you're tired, your body is more so focused on not going to sleep while you're talking to the person. So it's less focused on censoring whatever the hell it is that you were censoring while you're perfectly aware of everything. You're not fully aware when you're tired and shit. So all that focus and all that shit that you would normally put into keeping that shit in the dark is more so put on staying awake now. So when you actually do conversate with somebody and they're tired as hell, they're more than likely not guarding their mental cage anymore, or not as heavily at least. So you're more likely to get information out of them.
And guess what? And that's exactly what cops do. They give you a good big ass meal. You get that fooditis. Now you're nice, relaxed, you're tired, you're sleepy, and then you just start chatting. Them cop motherfuckers and them investigators, they be knowing all the methods, all the tricks, the whole act like you're trying to assist with them, you're their friend, or the whole line saying that, oh, if one of they man snitched, so now they feel offended, like, damn, my man snitched on me. Shit, he was selling drugs on this block, and he was doing this and he was doing that. Telling y'all, man, whoever watching this, man, there's a lot of, like, bro, you can finesse anything. There's so much finesses out of everything. It's literally insane. But once you realize that, it's kind of crazy, because like you start to see people do it in front of you, be like, nigga, like, I peep you trying to do all these methods, all these manipulation tricks. It's like, bro, I'm gonna play dumb, but it's like I see all of it. Like, especially with the vlog when I was talking about the sales nigga. I was like, bro, I know all them tricks. I know all them tricks, bro. You know what I'm saying?
20 for you.
Huh?
But yeah, I'll take off 20 for you.
Yeah, like, bro, I know all them tricks, nigga. All them tricks. But yeah, that should be that. Sometimes people take that as disrespect. Like, nigga, you trying to manipulate me, and I peep everything.
Yeah, nah, that it definitely can come off as offensive. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I mean, it technically is depending on the way you do it. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of levels to it.
Yeah, it's ways to subtly manipulate people. But when niggas catch on, it's either one, I'm gonna let you slide, I know what you're doing, so I'm not gonna fall for it. Or two, I'm gonna take offense to this shit and I'm gonna call you out on it. Now we got a fucking problem now, because now you're trying to manipulate me just to get information out of me.
Huh? Shit, I'm the different. I huh?
About that nigga, he told me him.
not me, nigga. Not me, man. Shit, I'm the opposite. I never confront it. I just keep letting it happen. As long as you not getting nothing out of me, as long as you not getting something out of me that I care about, or as long as you not manipulating me where it's like, alright, bro, you doing too much, I really don't even be caring.
Can't fall for that shit no more. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of funny, because once you get to a certain age or a certain maturity level, none of that manipulation shit works on you.
Not at all.
But you just see it. Like, I'm sure you've seen it. It's a lot of subtle shit that women will do. That subtle manipulation. Like that little well, I mean, not necessarily manipulation, but it's like, I'm trying to think of an example.
Like swindling.
Yeah, kind of like swindling people. Like, oh man, like, damn, when I need me a nigga that's gonna take me out weekly, I'm not asking for too much. I need a nigga that's gonna take me out weekly and get my nails done at least. That's all I ask for. Now you got a whole bunch of niggas that don't see nothing wrong with paying for nails or taking you out on a date. You got 10 niggas in your inbox now.
Yep.
Finesse the system.
Right.
With the service.
Or the shit like, oh, I'm so ugly, I'm not even that cute. I'm not even that cute like that. Like, I'm not even.
Yo, the compliment hunting is great.
Bro, the compliment bait is OD.
And they take it all the time. And you know what's crazy to me too? It's like, I feel like in matters like that, like, you know how you said sometimes shit just don't need to be said. You just don't need to say anything. Because no matter if you give her a compliment or if you call her out about her trying to get compliments, you still took the bait either way.
Yeah. At that point, you just
don't say nothing.
Yeah, just don't say that.
Yeah, just
she gonna feel bad weird. It'd be funny when people try to do shit and you don't react, and you can just tell like they just feel like just awkward. They're not used to someone not responding or something like that. But yeah, nah. Yeah, definitely.
Like, I don't know.
Another finesse they be doing is like victimizing. People be victimizing a lot.
Bro, don't even get me started. I'm a victim, bro. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know how we got to this point.
Oh, I thought that you was probably.
Oh, dude, like, oh, I thought this was that. Like, it's like you read the terms and conditions and still go through with it, and then when you hit a brick wall, you blame the other person.
Mm-hmm. The terms and conditions is only valid when it's good for them. Once it's the opposite, or it's middle ground, and it's like not exactly what they want, that's when people start wilding out. They start doing shit out of pocket, start doing weird shit. You know what I'm saying?
People are selfish, man.
Definitely.
People are very fucking selfish, bro. I don't like the selfish shit that people be doing. That I'm only with this because it benefits me in the way it benefits me. But as soon as there's the slightest inconvenience or it's a problem, bro. Like, nah, I can't get behind that.
Yeah.
I don't like that, bro. Like, I done seen a lot of niggas do shit. Like, bro, it was even some niggas who used to be in high school with, bro. Like, they'll dead ass cheat on every girl fuck with, and then as soon as they get cheated on, DTB. Like, what? Like, I've never seen, like, no, like, not to shit on our gender, because women do it too, bro, but to have the audacity to sit there and cheat on 5 to 10 partners consistently, and then when you get cheated on, it's the end of the world, and everybody has to feel bad for you, and now it's DTN, DTB, as if you were not violating 5 to 10 other people prior to you getting violated. And did you think that the fucking line of toxicity was gonna skip you or some shit? That's why I do right by people, my nigga. You do right. You ain't gotta worry, my nigga.
Oh God.
I don't tell you either. I don't think you do either. You don't seem like the type that you're bad. Oh yeah, you did me wrong, so I'm gonna just go try to violate.
Yeah, I'm not the revengeful type. I just my revenge is just staying away from motherfuckers, staying to myself. That's really my answer to everything. That ain't that crazy?
Hey man, but it worked, bro.
It worked.
You don't, bro. Like you said last time, bro. When is the last time I see you in some drama? I don't see you in drama, bro.
Never.
The last thing I can think of is that football shit, that football bullshit. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna drop no names because you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Now the one before the most recent one was the basketball one. Remember he was like, "Yo, bro, get your friend." The basketball shit. He's like, "Yo, bro, get your friend."
You might have to shoot me a text on that one real quick.
I'll message. But yeah, before that, yeah, it was the football shit. But all the shit that I've been into, they was the aggressor. They was the aggressor. I never was the aggressor. I forgot about that. You forgot about that. See, but look, I was the aggressor a little bit, but I was the trolling aggressor. And you know, he had all rights to want to fight me, but all those. It was so funny, like 2 weeks after that, nigga get in a fight with someone else in the same class.
Bro,